critical numbers we were working on Friday? What are critical numbers?
Numbers
When the derivative is 0
or undefined.
or undefined. So we do have to take both into consideration. Alright, so if I asked you for this one, if I wanted the critical numbers, is there any way I can simplify this beforehand?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, you could factor out the denominator. Will that make it easier to do the derivative?
No.
No, because
Not
it
at
doesn't
all.
cancel. So let's just keep it as it is.
I think it would make it hard.
What would I have to do here?
Quotient rule.
Quotient rule. So low, D high, minus high, D low, derivative of the bottom would be 2p, over low, squared. So if we multiply that out, 60 keeps drop, so we get negative 24p over p squared minus 4 squared.
Wait, why did the 6p? Oh, well, 3 times 2 is 6, I see.
Usually, yeah.
Sometimes?
Sometimes. Alright, so I need to know when this is 0 or undefined. So if I set it equal to 0,
It'll just be 0.
yeah, you just get negative 24p equals 0, so p is 0. How do I find out when it's undefined?
Whenever you, yeah, probably. So
Can I agree that would just be like when the inside p squared minus 4 is equal to 0?
Yes, what's it do?
So that's when, is it?
Or 2 plus or minus 2. That's
Oh,
right. Yeah.
So my critical points are when p is 0, negative 2, and positive 2.
So we would have 5 things
So
to
why
plug
would
in.
we have this p squared minus 4 and this minus 4 squared?
You can.
Would it be the same thing?
Yeah, because you would square root, get plus or minus the square root of 0, which is just 0. So you get to the same point. Other questions? This one, we can't test the max and min because they didn't give you the interval. But we found all of our critical numbers.
You do just the top by, like, never mind. I answered it myself.
Okay.
I answered it before I asked that, and then I forgot how I had done it, and then I wanted to ask again. Do it again. Oh, piecewise.
Yeah, piecewise. Hey, it makes me happy that you said piecewise. So, we know if it's an absolute value, we have to rewrite it without the absolute value, right? Okay, so first we need the function without the absolute value. If I put in a number greater than 2, then the absolute value doesn't change it, correct? So it would just be x minus 2. So if you distribute that negative, negative x plus 2. So can we agree this is 5 minus x when x is greater than 2? And if x is less than 2, then the absolute value, this will be a negative on the inside, so it's the opposite of it, right? So it's 3 minus the opposite of x minus 2. Plus x minus 2. So that would just be,
X minus x plus 1.
so this actual function is 5 minus x if you put in something bigger than 2, and 1 plus x if it's less than 2. Now we do the derivative. We know the derivative isn't defined at what number? 2, because we talked about absolute values are a V, sharp corner, there's no tangent line there. So we already know one critical number. It's when it's 2. So my derivative, I'm just going to have the greater than 2 and less than 2 case. Okay, what's the derivative of 5 minus x? Negative. And what's the derivative of 1 plus x? Okay, so my critical points, where it's 0 or undefined, is this ever 0? No, but where did we say it was undefined? 2. Okay, so now this time I did ask for the actual max and min, so what do we do? So I have to put in my endpoints and my critical points. So I have to put in 1, 2, and 4. So if we put in 1, it's the absolute value of -1, which is 1, 3 minus 1 is 2. If I put in 2, 2 minus 2 is 0, so the absolute value of that is 0, we get 3. Put in a 4, 4 minus 2 is 2, 3 minus 2 is 1. So what is my max?
3.
And my min?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, these are absolutes. Because this strategy doesn't necessarily give us the locals.
So why did we only distribute that negative to that x and not through to the also to the -2? The 3 plus, yeah, that part.
It was, when you did the absolute value, if this is a negative, minus a negative is plus. So you're just combining like terms, so it's just 3 plus x minus 2.
Oh, okay.
Other questions? Do we need the next couple or just the same thing? Do we need more practice or do you guys understand?
I think we keep
You're good?
going to the homework.
Okay.
I didn't know what you were gonna say